Hey guys, this is Gaudens and welcome to our tutorial. This is the last tutorial in Maya Software Renderer. After this we'll go into Mentor Renderer and learn some more stuff in there. So now let's take what we've got, what we have learned about lighting and Maya rendering, and then light and render a scene. We have this scene with a couple of apples and water in a bottle. So we're gonna get these three and add some lights in it and make it nice and natural. So at the moment we're using the default light, right? So we're gonna go ahead and add some more light in this. So usually when I'm working on a scene, I take it one light at a time. Usually I start with the main light, then add another second remodeling light, then make those two work seamlessly together. So remember, every time you add a light, it messes up the work that you've done before. And in other words, it increases the brightness of your scene. So be careful. The more lights you add, the more bright your scene is going to be, and you're gonna you're gonna have a risk of overexposing your scene, and you'll look crappy. You don't want that. So just be careful. I'm gonna start with a light, and this light will be create light, and we're gonna just use a spotlight. So when I use a spotlight, it goes in the middle as usual. So I'll just move it. I'll just move it up. All right, I'll just move it up. I'll just move it up. But notice how you can't see the difference. Okay, that's because we're using the default lighting. So let's just go ahead and use all lights than the default light. Okay, so again we're gonna move it because we can't see anything here until here. So at the moment the cone is a bit too little, so let's go ahead and increase the cone angle. Where is the cone angle? There it is. Just increase it, give it more oomph. And the intensity is 1. 1 is too much. We'll reduce the intensity a little bit and go ahead and render this scene. Make sure you select your scene before you render it. There you go. So we don't want this thing, this curve. We don't want that, and the rest isn't too bad, but we don't want that curve. So let's just go ahead and add another light. This time it will be the same type of light, but this time it will just be somewhere else. So light, spotlight. Bring this light. Where's the side view? There you go. Wait a minute. We don't want you to be there. We want you to be right here. I'm gonna warn you guys, lighting isn't the easiest thing to do. Like making a scene that's 3D, make it look real, isn't that easy, but it can be done. It just takes time. Okay, you can end up spending 2 hours just trying to light up a scene, but you just have to practice more and more and more. So I'll just make there's easy ways. I just cheat most of it. I don't. I just there's ways you can actually get around it, and those are the ones that I usually use. I make it bigger. I don't like too much light in my scene. It confuses my head. Confuses my little head. So let's, at the moment, the light, yeah, let's go ahead and render this. As you can see, not too good. Now, it's not too good because we still need to do some more stuff. So let's just go ahead. Crap. Let's just go ahead and You're going down like the Titanic. I hate talking too much in tutorials, hey. I've had people say, you talk too much. Well, in real life I don't talk too much. I mind my own business. Yep, I mind my own business in real life, but only when I'm making tutorials I have to talk, because otherwise you don't know what's going on. By the way, guys, if there's anyone of my subscribers who knows, I know how to model, but I just it takes too much time. You know, mine is a complex software. It needs there's some there's like, just like school, you might like some subjects, you might not like some subjects, but I like the rest of my, except for modeling. I'm not a very big fan of it, but fortunately, okay, I'm gonna light it up first. I'm gonna put an ambient light in here, which pretty much simulates room light, so I'm gonna drop that one in as well. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, I love my job, but I just don't like modeling. So if there's any of you guys who is good at modeling, I know a lot about rigging, special effects, and other things, but modeling, I really don't like it. I don't enjoy it. So I'll reduce the intensity and make it bright enough, but I'll reduce the intensity. Just watch where you put that. Okay, if we remove it, we just remove it, select this light, we can see that shiny bit on here, which is, I'm not happy with it, so I'm gonna make this darker a little bit. Yep, and go ahead and move this light back in. There's ways to get around this, and I've got my own ways of lighting up a scene. So let's just go ahead and render this. Alright, it's still overexposed, and I'm gonna remove you, take you out. Okay, so what one of the things that I use, my little method, is because I can never get that. That's really important, the color and stuff. See, it's really important. So what I usually do, I take the intensity to, because I know I want my color to be somewhere around here. So I'll just match that one up to something I can remember. It's about 5.46. Nah, a little bit. 5.46, alright? That's the color. So I'll just, let me show you what I mean, guys. Remember, 5.46 is the intensity, and the color is right on top of the intensity. So I'll just get the outliner. That's my way of my cheat notes. My outliner, selecting that light, 5. What did I say? 5 point what? 547 for this one, and this one will be 547 as well. That's close enough. So I'll take this one, put it on top of that one, which means they're both matching. But remember, the intensity is too high, so go back and reduce it to 78.1 is fair enough. And I'll reduce the intensity 78.1 again. There you go. Now I'm gonna get this bad boy, bring him in, we just illuminate the whole show. Now this one, the intensity will be about that, but I shall bring him up. Remember, this light has the ambient light has no direction, so that make sure. Let's see what it looks like. It might be alright. Go ahead and render this in. Still overexposed. Still overexposed. I'm not very strong at lighting, I know that. It's alright, I know. But you just need to know the basics anyway. I'll get it right, don't worry. I usually get it right, but I just take longer than. Anyway guys, just light it up, play around with it. Light it up, play around with it, make sure it's working. If you want, as long as you know what I'm teaching, you can skip this video, but I just want to get this right. I hate not getting something right. I'm gonna bring that down some more. Yep, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Now I'm just gonna drop the color to about that much. Drop the color to that much. Go ahead and just adjust the cons. Almost there, almost there. Now select the ambient light and just drop it down. The intensity was way too high. I don't know how it ended up being that much. And the cone angles of that one, just take it to I can do that. So what we want is I'm sure this is the last time I am going to adjust it. So what we want is just take the ambient light and move it one more time. One more time. Go ahead and render your scene. That should be fine. Oh, and just a little bit there, but that can also be okay. Move that one. Alright, so if I and I just want to eliminate the scene, guys, so that should be fine. Oh, it's not fine. One more touch, one more touch, one more touch. Like I said, lighting is something, it's very important to learn lighting. That should do. That should do. Fingers crossed. There it is. It's fine. So we've got our apples and some water in here. So we've lit up our scene. It took us whatever minutes. It took us an hour or something to light up a simple scene like this. But the good thing is once you light it up, you can use your same light setup and just change your scenes. You know. So that is good. Usually I've got my light set. My light scenes that I've got on my file, and I usually just change the scenes using the same lighting, sort of same lighting. I just tweak a light a little bit, then it matches perfectly. So there's ways to go around it. Maya has ways to go around it. So yeah, I just wanted to show you how to set it up. It takes longer, but once you set it up, you can still use it on other scenes. So we've got that scene. What we want to do is add some depth of field and some ray trace, some shadows and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and add some shadows. So select your spotlight number 2, which is the one facing that way, not the one at the top, the one on the side, and just scroll down. Use depth map shadows, resolution that much. Yep, that's pretty alright. Now this one will make it shadow. We'll use depth map shadows on that one as well, but we'll make it shadow a little bit. So go ahead and render your scene and see how that works. So we've got that shadow at the bottom, right, and a little bit going that way. We'll make that shadow, but the one at the top, make it alright, because it's like a room light kind of thing. So yep, so let's go. That's light number 1. Your resolution, let's make it hard. Let's make it a hard shadow. Just go ahead and re-render it. Not too hard, too hard. Yeah, 543. That's alright. Now go up again. And just make it a little grayish. You know, make it a little gray. Like that. Nah. Yep. Now, intensity. Crap. That's pretty good. So now one other thing that you can increase your penumbra angle as well. So let's just drop it off a little bit. Drop off the light a little bit. Now that's what I call a scene. It looks good. I love it. I like it. I'm happy with it. So let's add some depth of field in it. To add depth of field, I showed you how to do it. Just go to your view camera attributes editor and add depth of field. Depth of field is like, you see, add some depth of field. Go ahead and render this scene. That's alright. The distance, it looks a little bit alright, but let's see. It's because it's set to 31.664. So just go to your display, heads up display, object details, and that's at 21.99. So 21.99. 7. Why not? Go ahead and render it. Not too good. Let's increase that to 29.997 because I want a different kind of look, you know, different kind of look. Now increase it to 31. Yep, that's good. As you can see, it's more like fuzzy at the bottom and a little bit fuzzy at the top and around the sides. That's pretty, and the corners are fuzzy as well. So that's the type of look that I was looking for. It looks right to me. As you know, if something looks right, it is right. So that one is right to me. So that's our little tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's our last tutorial in Maya Software Renderer. After this, we'll go into Mental Ray Renderer from later on today, I think, or tomorrow, I don't know. I'll post a tutorial between the 2 days. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Oh, one thing you have to bear in mind, look at the camera there. Just look at the camera on here. You change your angle, the camera changes. So keep that in mind, alright? Always keep that in mind.